Hey, I'm Joseph from Alchitry, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to import graphics into both KiCad 10 and Altium Designer. This video was made in partnership with Altium. KiCad and Altium have fairly similar workflows for importing graphics. They both take a rasterized image and convert it to a vector that is placed on your board. The way they do this differs a bit, and we'll see that when we import the Alchitry logo onto a board in each. Let's get started at KiCad. All right, so here we are in KiCad 10. What's kind of interesting in KiCad is that it has a dedicated image converter tool that you use separately from the actual PCB or schematic layout. So let's first open up our PCB, and we're just going to use the FT example that we had from one of our previous videos. And this is the imported logo that happened from the Eagle project. And if we actually zoom in, we can see that even these dots didn't quite work out, although the rest of it did look fine, as opposed to when we did in Altium, a lot of it was messed up. But we're just going to re-import this logo and do it directly from KiCad. So I'm going to come back to the main menu here and open the image converter. And then here I can open a PNG of our logo. And in KiCad, you have to give it a rasterized image. You can't give it a vector. So here I have my PNG, and if we go to the original picture tab and I can scroll over, we can see part of the logo. Let me pull up what the thing looks like. So here is what the logo looks like as if I just opened it in the regular image viewer. And I have a transparent background with the white text and the gold rest of the logo. It's a really big picture, which is great for this. Using a really large image will actually just help with detail, and it doesn't actually make a big difference when it's imported, which we'll see later. So I recommend using something rather large because you have to use a rasterized version of, in this case, a PNG instead of an actual vector. So this is what we're going to be importing. I'm going to close this out. Since as far as I know, there's no way to zoom out here to see the whole thing. But if we then go to the black and white picture, this will show us the view of what it's going to import. So anything that's black will be kept and anything that's white will be ignored. So right now everything is white, and we can change that by clicking this negate checkbox over here. And now you can see basically everything is black. There's a little bit of fringing on here where the pixels are transparent, but that's not a big deal. If you don't get a nice cutout like this, you can change the threshold here to threshold to the right point so that you get black where you want and white where you don't want. And then we have to set the actual size that we want on the board. So if I want this to be 3 centimeters wide, I can set this to 30. We can take a look at our board and see roughly what it should be. So in KiCad, we can hit Control-Shift-M, and that'll get us a measuring tool, and I can quickly check how wide the current one is. And it looks like it's about 25, maybe 25.5. And I know that there's a little bit of white space, so I'm just gonna say 26 millimeters wide should be good. So I come back over here and I can set this to 26. And now I can come down here and I want my output format to be a footprint because we're putting it on a PCB. And I'm gonna say the top can be on the silk screen. And now you can export this to a file if you're gonna put in a library or something like that, but I'm just gonna put this on a single board. So I can click export to clipboard, and if I come back to the PCB, I can hit Control V, and then we get the copy of it here. And then once I place it, you can see there's this G ** thing. Not really sure why that's there by default, but if you just select it and hit E, you can come over here to the reference and uncheck show, and now it doesn't show it. And if we hold up our logo to the one we had, it's a little bit smaller. So if we wanted to tweak that, we can delete it, come back over here, just put in 30 maybe for here, export to clipboard, paste it, see how it looks. That actually looks pretty close, maybe a little big. Just do this again, just say 28 maybe. And that looks pretty darn good to me. So again, we'll edit this to get rid of the reference designator. And now we have this on our silk screen, but I want it to also be on the copper and the solder mask because I want the gold to show through for some of the logo. So if I select this, hit E for edit, and then I can go to edit footprint, and this will open up a footprint editor just for this part on this board. And then I have this properties panel open here. If you don't see this, you can go to view panel and make sure properties is ticked, and then you should be able to see this. And this lets you bulk edit all the things that are selected. So I can move these to the top copper. And then once they're on here, I can check this box for solder mask. And then I can set a margin of 0.05 millimeters. And then you can see that just adds a solder mask relief around it so that these will be exposed copper. And then if you have the board gold plated, it will be gold. You could set this to 0, and that's what it is on most of our boards, but having a little bit of a margin can be nice because you'll get a nice clean print. All right, and now if I just save this, I can close back that editor and it updates automatically on our board. And that's it. We got a nice clean logo and with the nice solder mask relief. And we can delete our other one and drop this one in its place. So just like that, we're done. Now that we've imported the graphics into KiCad, let's check out what that looks like in Altium. All right, so here we are in Altium, and this is the board that we used for the length matching tutorial. And this logo I actually imported in that tutorial because the one that Altium made from the Eagle file was kind of a mess. But I'm just gonna redo this again so that we can see how to do it. And instead of specifying a size like 28 millimeters wide like we did in KiCad, we just go to Place, Graphics, and then we have to draw a box around where we want it. And this can be a little bit imprecise because you have to also take into account the white space of the image. So I'm just gonna draw a box here and we'll see how well that lines up. Then when we select our image, we have the choice in Altium to select a vector if we want. But as we'll see, it converts the vector to a rasterized image anyways, but we'll see how that looks. So we'll start with the SVG. Here I'm gonna uncheck inverted levels so that it looks correct. We have, our logo on the top. And then for this composing option, Union will make this whole logo one piece. If we do primitives, then all the individual sections will be separate and you can move them around as you want. But we want it to stay together, so we're gonna do Union. And then this quality option is a little bit deceiving because this isn't really the quality of the output that it's gonna put on the board. This is the quality of the rasterized image that it uses to then turn into a vector for the board. So you almost always wanna do 1200 DPI, and we'll do it again at the lower resolution. I can show you what happens. So if we import this at the 1200 DPI, we can see that it actually, we guessed pretty close, but it's not perfect. So it's a little bit smaller than the one that we had on there. But we're just gonna move this up here for a second. And we're gonna do the same thing again, but at that lower quality. And we can see how that actually differs on the part. So let me import the SVG again. And we're just gonna do it at the default 120. So now if we move this up, it should be pretty clear when we zoom in. Here we got these nice crisp circles, and the curves here are nice. You can see that there's a little bit of lines and a little bit of wonkiness. And when I click it, you can actually see the edges that it ended up using for the actual polygon. All right, we can actually grab some of these, and I think you can edit them directly, maybe not. Okay, never mind. But yeah, so you can see the path that it used and how it traced the rasterized version. Now, if we come up to this one, it still is the same path with the rasterized stuff, but now it's actually fully tracing the stair steps. So it's kind of just ugly. And it's not really any simpler because it's not pixels anymore. It's drawing actual line segments to follow those pixels. While here, we can see there's large sections where it's just used a single line to draw all of that. And I mean, it's gonna be the same on this one, but on these edges, it's tons of little tiny line segments to do all the pixels. While on these, we still have maybe the same number, maybe even fewer at this case, but we get a really nice clean line doing that edge instead. So I would always do the higher DPI unless your image is really big and you have problems with it complaining. Let's see what happens when we do it with the PNG instead of letting it rasterize. I'm gonna go back to Place, Graphics, draw our box again. And now I'm just gonna choose the PNG that I used in KiCad. And we can see, yeah, I think we need to actually go in. It doesn't look like it will work. Unlike in KiCad where you have that slider and you can adjust the threshold, it looks like this needs it to be black instead of white. It seems to be ignoring the white. And even when you invert it, it's just inverting the entire output. So let me go quickly edit that photo. Okay, so I just went in Photoshop real quick and inverted the colors so that Altium would be happy with it. And now I can come back in Altium and do Place, Graphics, draw my box. And then here, select my inverted version. And now you can see it's correct. And again, I'm gonna leave this in Union. And I don't know why we have to select the DPI for this, but let's try 1200. Scaled size is too large, it doesn't like that. All right, well, let's try again with a lower one. Let's try 6, maybe that'll work. Nope. Maybe it just won't even work with an image this size. You can leave it at the default, see if that even works. All right, now we got one. And this looks very clean. It does have some pixelation. So I don't know what it's using for the DPI, but yeah, we can see when we click it and you get the outline. Now it's like a nice stair-stepped outline. So it looks like if you're gonna use a rasterized image, or you really don't wanna use a rasterized like PNG. If you can, it looks like you really wanna use an SVG for Altium. So here we have 3 different imports. This top one was the rasterized version that we imported at the base 125 DPI, but the actual image that we gave it was a really high res rasterization, and when we zoom in, we can see all of those stair steps of the individual pixels were preserved using tons of little line segments, which this is kind of worst case scenario. Then we have the SVG version, so the vector version that we imported with the 125 DPI. And here we have big pixels that are stair-stepped, which is still not great. It doesn't look good at all. And then the final version here was a SVG imported with the maximum, the 1200 DPI. And we can see that instead of stair steps, we have a much better line. It's not quite perfectly smooth, it's still kind of ripply, but it did an okay job. Some of them, like this one, is very nice and smooth. Just kind of depends on the angle. But my recommendation for importing these would be to use an SVG and to do it at the maximum DPI you can. Seems to give the cleanest result, and I think that this one, without all its extra lines to do those stair steps, will actually be more performant and easier to deal with than, say, either one of these. This one's just bad, I wouldn't use it. And then this top one is just, even though it looks okay from a distance, when you get in there, every pixel step was preserved, which is not what you want. So instead, we're gonna work with this one. And now we have to change it because right now it's all on the top layer. We want part of this to be on the silkscreen layer. So it looks like this and it's yellow. So I'm gonna select all of the pieces that should be white on our silkscreen, and I'm gonna change them to our silkscreen layer, which is top overlay. And then again, like in KiCad, we need to have a solder mask removal for the copper so that it shows up as gold. So I'm gonna select all the parts that are copper. And then just like in KiCad, there is the solder mask expansion, or if we check this, now that will set the solder mask layer for us, and we can set this to 0.05 just like we did before. And now you can see that dark purple outline is the solder mask that'll be removed. All right, yeah. And with that, we have our model in Altium. So the important thing with Altium is to use vectors and use the 1200 DPI, while KiCad handled the high-res rasterized images very well. There you have it, how to import a graphic into both KiCad 10 and Altium Designer. While they're both very similar, they have their own little quirks. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, as it really helps out the channel. And as always, thanks for watching.